Right now, you might be sitting there wondering why women seem warm with everyone except you. Polite but distant, friendly yet unreachable. You replay conversations, searching for the moment interests disappeared, blaming timing, looks, or luck. Here's the truth most men never hear. Invisibility isn't about who you are, it's about the signals you're unknowingly sending. Attraction doesn't respond to effort alone, it responds to something far subtler, and once you see it, everything changes. Most men approach attraction like a debate they're trying to win, stacking logic, kindness, and availability, hoping consistency will be rewarded. But desire doesn't grow from convincing arguments. It grows from emotional movement. What pulls someone closer is how they feel around you, not how well you explain yourself. When you understand that attraction lives beneath conscious thought, you stop performing and start showing up differently. And that shift alone quietly rewrites how women experience you. Presence is where this begins. And it has nothing to do with posture drills or forced confidence. Presence is the feeling of being settled inside yourself. A man who isn't rushing to impress creates emotional space. And space is magnetic. When you slow your movements, speak with intention, and stop scanning for approval, people feel it instantly. You're no longer asking to be chosen. You're inviting connection by being fully where you are. What most men miss is that attraction requires polarity, not sameness. Agreeing with everything may feel safe, but safety alone doesn't create spark. Emotional tension is not conflict, it's contrast. When you calmly express a different perspective, tease lightly, or hold your ground without aggression, you introduce movement into the interaction. That movement keeps her attention engaged. She feels something shift, and curiosity naturally replaces indifference. This subtle friction signals confidence without ever threatening safety. Selective attention is another quiet divider between men who struggle and men who stand out. Flooding someone with constant availability feels generous, but it often communicates emptiness. A full life sends a different message. When you honor your time, maintain friendships, and pursue goals that matter, attention becomes meaningful instead of desperate. She senses that being close to you is a choice, not an obligation, and that distinction changes how desire forms. Attraction deepens through feeling seen, not through grand gestures. Strategic listening means noticing what others overlook and remembering without making a show of it. When you recall a small detail later, it signals emotional awareness. That awareness builds trust and warmth simultaneously. She feels understood on a level that bypasses logic. In those moments, connection stops being theoretical and becomes personal, which is where desire quietly begins to grow naturally. Authenticity matters more than perfection, yet it must be calibrated. Oversharing collapses attraction, while honest restraint strengthens it. When you speak about your challenges with self-respect without seeking rescue or validation, you present emotional strength. This signals maturity. She isn't drawn to flawless men. She's drawn to grounded ones. Vulnerability expressed with composure invites closeness because it feels safe, real, and rare in a world full of performance. That combination subtly elevates your perceived value. Physical closeness, when it happens, should mirror emotional comfort, never rush ahead of it. Subtle, respectful contact during shared moments builds familiarity without pressure. These small signals tell the nervous system that being near you feels good. Over time, her body associates calm and enjoyment with your presence. Attraction strengthens not because you pushed forward, but because you paid attention to timing, consent, and the rhythm of real connection together. Where many interactions fade is predictability. The mind craves gentle uncertainty, moments that break routine without creating instability. When your energy isn't always the same, when you lead sometimes and allow space at others, curiosity stays alive. Mystery isn't about games, it's about depth that unfolds slowly. She continues thinking about you because her mind hasn't finished the story yet. And unfinished stories hold attention. They invite emotional investment without force. Most men believe attraction is created by doing more, saying more, proving more. What actually changes everything is doing less with more intention. When your actions are aligned, your words slow down and your life feels centered. Attraction stops being something you chase. It becomes something that meets you. This shift isn't dramatic on the surface, but internally, it transforms how women respond to your presence. That calm consistency feels rare and reassuring. This approach is not about tactics, it's about identity. When you respect yourself, manage your emotions, and move through the world with purpose, attraction becomes a side effect. Women respond to how you relate to yourself first. The man who trusts his own direction naturally invites others into it. You're no longer trying to earn interest. You're offering an experience grounded in stability, curiosity, and mutual respect. That energy quietly reshapes every interaction everywhere. As you apply this mindset, mistakes will still happen, and that's normal. Growth doesn't remove rejection, it reframes it. Instead of internalizing disinterest as failure, you recognize alignment. Not every connection is meant to deepen, and that clarity is freeing. When you stop forcing outcomes, you conserve energy and confidence. Ironically, that relaxed certainty often opens doors that effort alone never could. It signals emotional health, which is deeply attractive. Over time, these shifts compound. Conversations feel lighter, silences feel comfortable, and attraction feels mutual rather than chastened. You notice women engaging more freely, not because you demanded attention, but because you became easier to connect with. This is how emotional leadership works. It's subtle, steady, and powerful. When you embody it consistently, your relationships begin to reflect a higher standard without explanation. That consistency becomes your quiet signature everywhere. This isn't about winning people over, it's about becoming someone worth engaging with. When your inner state is calm and directed, attraction flows naturally toward you. You stop asking what to say next and start trusting who you are. That trust is felt. It removes pressure from every interaction and replaces it with ease. And ease more than effort is what keeps desire alive over time. It's sustainable, grounded, and emotionally honest. Confidence in this sense isn't loud or dominant. It's quiet alignment between intention and action. When you say less but mean more, people lean in. Your boundaries feel natural, your humor feels relaxed, and your presence feels steady. Women respond to that steadiness because it lowers uncertainty. It communicates that you can handle yourself and your emotions, which creates space for attraction to develop without pressure or pretense. That space is where curiosity quietly grows. Ultimately, attraction is less about changing her mind and more about revealing your best self. When you stop chasing reactions, you start creating experiences. Those experiences feel honest, grounded, and emotionally engaging. Over time, women sense that being with you adds value to their lives rather than demands it. This mindset protects your dignity and deepens connection, ensuring that interest, when it appears, feels mutual and freely chosen. That distinction changes everything that follows. If this message resonated, it means you're ready to relate to women from a healthier, more powerful place. Growth starts with awareness, and awareness grows through consistent learning. If you want to continue developing emotional intelligence, confidence, and attraction that feels natural, take the next step. Subscribe to Skyward Stories and like this video. Join a community focused on mastery, respect, and becoming the kind of man connection comes.